It ended with laughter faced with tears of joy, faced with tears of joy in the small town of Chitungwiza, Zimbabwe. There lived two boys, Tafadzwa and Simba, who were the best of friends. They attended the same school, shared the same interests, and even sat together in class. However, their friendship was put to the test when they both fell for the same girl, Nyasha bearded person female sign. Nyasha was the most beautiful girl in school, with long, curly hair and piercing brown eyes. She was smart, kind, and had a smile that could light up an entire room. Tafadzwa and Simba were both smitten with her, and they began to fight for her attention. The competition between the two boys was fierce. They would often argue over who got to sit next to Nyasha in class, who got to walk her home from school, and who got to buy her lunch. The arguments would often escalate into physical fights, with the two boys rolling around on the ground, punching and kicking each other. Their classmates would gather around, cheering and laughing at the spectacle. Tafadzwa and Simba are fighting again, someone would shout, and the crowd would erupt into laughter point one day. The two boys decided to take their rivalry to the next level. They challenged each other to a dance-off, with Nyasha as the judge. The winner would get to take Nyasha to the upcoming school dance. The day of the dance-off arrived, and the entire school gathered to watch. Tafadzwa and Simba took turns showing off their best dance moves, spinning and flipping to the music. The crowd cheered and laughed, and Nyasha looked on, a smile on her face. But just as it seemed like Tafadzwa was about to win, Simba pulled off an incredible move, spinning on his head while doing the robot. The crowd went wild, cheering and laughing. Nyasha looked at the two boys, a mischievous glint in her eye. "I think I've seen enough," she said, a smile spreading across her face. The crowd held its breath as Nyasha announced the winner. "And the winner of the dance-off is neither of you," she exclaimed, laughing face with tears of joy. The crowd erupted into laughter, and Tafadzwa and Simba looked at each other, shocked. "What do you mean?" Tafadzwa asked, laughing. "I mean that I've been watching you two fight over me for weeks, and I've had enough," Nyasha said, smiling. "I think it's time for me to take matters into my own hands." And with that, Nyasha walked over to Tafadzwa and Simba and gave them both a big hug. "I think we can all agree that this has been the most entertaining fight ever," she said, laughing. "And I think it's time for us to put our differences aside and just have fun." The crowd cheered and laughed, and Tafadzwa and Simba looked at each other, grinning. "I think we can do that," Tafadzwa said, laughing. And with that, the three of them walked off together, laughing and joking. The crowd cheered and clapped, and the school's principal, Mr. Mugabe, looked on, a smile on his face. "Well, that was certainly entertaining," he said, chuckling. "I think we can all agree that this has been the most memorable school year ever." And with that, the entire school erupted into laughter, and the story of Tafadzwa, Simba, and Nyasha bearded person female sign became legendary. Face with tears of joy, 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 face with tears of joy.